Hey everybody, Jess here. Nice to see you all. Welcome. I'm just going to do a quick general reading. Let's say a quick blessing. We'll find out if it's your story, all right? Holy Spirit, thank you for being with us here today and in every breath that we take. We ask that these messages be received by those who are meant to hear them. Amen. All right. We are going to start. Let's use this after tarot to start. I hope you guys are doing well out there. Alrighty. I have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Oh man, this is a difficult conversation you may have just had with someone. I did see the Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Ooh, stuff. Oh no. All right, let's see here. All right, it feels like I have somebody here who had a plan. Things did not go according to plan. You may have just ended something in a relationship. Doesn't have to be in a romantic relationship. This could be with an employer. This could be with, I don't know, a friendship, something like that. There's been some kind of difficult conversation that you've had to have with someone here. And it's because everything just got to be too much. Everything's fallen apart somehow. Okay. And I feel like you or someone else hasn't been telling the truth in this situation for a while. Let's find out why. I mean, the thing is that this is catching up with this person, whether this is you or whether this is someone you have on your mind or whether this is somebody that you've just interacted with. But you see how this person's about to get caught. Something's catching up here. I have the Hermit in the reverse. Ooh, this person, I get the sense that this is not actually your energy. This is this external person. Whoever's on the flip side of this story. I have the Hermit in the reverse, which is Virgo energy. Doesn't have to be that zodiac sign. But the Hermit, whenever they're in the reverse, there's someone who didn't count on this. This is someone who didn't plan ahead. This is someone who may have let their ego get the better of them. They may have fabricated something that has caused some kind of distortion here. Oh, bummer. And now I feel like you've been forced to move on from this, whatever it's been. I have the Six of Swords that comes out here, which is about, it can be about physical relocation. It can be about a change. But quite honestly, this is someone who, and I've got the Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck right there. And the Page of Swords. Whatever has just happened in this situation, whatever it is, you've had to move on from this and get yourself into a better position, into a better place. The Six of Swords is about moving yourself from troubled, chaotic, algae-filled, nasty waters and pushing off into calmer, more peaceful seas, or even just from a dark place into a safer place. And it feels like you've done that. It feels like you've had to tell this person how you feel. And this is someone who... whoever I'm reading for, it feels like you are upset that you've had to do this at all and had to walk away from something that you thought was going to be so good, but it didn't pan out because there was some kind of deception here that has happened. I'm going to grab another deck. Actually, let me get a couple more out here with this deck. I feel like you may have had kind of an inkling that whatever this deception was going on behind the scenes, behind your back or something like that. And you may have waited a little while to see if it was going to get better, to see if this was going to improve. I don't think it did. And so you had no other choice but to speak up about it. This may be relating to a contract. This could be related to a major commitment in a relationship that you had. That Hierophant is Taurus energy. And this is usually someone who likes to do things by the book. This is someone who says, we have a contract, I'm choosing to honor this contract. This other person didn't. It feels like you've acted, and it really does feel like a workplace dynamic with that Three of Pentacles right there. I feel like you have done your best to do the right thing, whoever you are, and you were faced with a difficult decision, and it didn't just involve you. It feels like other people have been affected by this. And it feels like you may have been in this relationship or situationship for quite a while, and you had worked hard to get yourself into a positive position here. Maybe you liked the team you were working on or something, but someone here has caused an issue here by not telling the truth here, and you've had to end something. All right, and definitely had to walk away. And then I have this Eight of Pentacles, which is another workplace dynamic. Okay, let me just grab another deck here. I want to know what happened here. Because this Knight of Swords in the reverse, it's almost like somebody promised you something and it didn't happen. Maybe they promised you a raise, maybe they promised you a promotion, maybe they promised you more time off or something like that. I'm not sure, but it feels like it didn't happen. Let me just look. Let's grab, I want to use this traditional Rider-Waite to clarify. Yeah, I got the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of this deck too, so we could definitely be talking about a work situation. The Eight of Pentacles is one of our workplace cards, as is this Three of Pentacles that I have down here too. So what do we have further? And I got the Eight of Cups when I split the deck too. That's the twice out for that. And you've got two sets of 8 here. 8, 8, 8 may be of significance to some of you. You've been forced to walk away from this, but it's been really difficult because, like I said, you had invested a lot in this situation. And you tried to honor your commitment here, but when it really hit the fan, you had to walk away from it. You may have someone that you feel is upset with you about making this decision. Let's look here at this Three of Swords, Seven of Swords. And I got the Six of Swords out again. That's 3 repeat cards. And y'all, we've just used 2 decks. This is why I like to use multiple decks, is because I want to see which cards come out in a repeat. That tells me what energies are the most important to your story. Like I said, this Six of Swords is someone who's getting themselves out of a bad situation. And it feels like you've known for a while that this was about to happen. Okay. I have the Knight of Wands here and the King of Pentacles here. This may have been involving someone who was a higher up at work. It feels like they were willing to say anything that they needed to say to get you to stay. There is a new partnership coming towards you, and you're going to be quite welcomed into that partnership. And it feels like you are going to have a lot more creativity given to you in this new place, but more about that in a minute. I want to know more about this Seven of Swords. Oh, I have the Tower. That is scorpionic energy. I don't know what happened, but it was big, bad, and ugly when it did happen. Oh my goodness. The Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck, it speaks of gossip, of slander, and it really speaks of someone who, it's like a win at all costs kind of energy. Like this person doesn't care if someone gets hurt. They just want what they want. Someone could have been, I'm hearing like siphoning funds or something like that. And I have the King of Wands. So I have the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands. This could be related to a family-owned business where you work with family members or something like that. Not necessarily, though. You could have shared like a position that was shared between 2 people. You may have both have been higher ups in this situation, kind of like the mom, kind of like the dad partnership, but not necessarily in a family dynamic. You know what I mean? Like in a business environment. Someone definitely pulled the wool out from, or the rug out from under you. Oh, and it had a lot to do with money. This has to do with your stability, possibly a home. I have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Whoever I'm reading for, I feel like you lost a lot of money here. It's like someone cheated you out of an awful lot. You may have been promised some kind of a bonus. You may have, again, been promised a promotion or something. It didn't happen. Okay. And I got the Knight of Swords out there again. All right, I'm going to set this deck down for just a minute. I feel like you had to really muster a lot of strength within yourself because you had to stand up for yourself in this situation. And it has a lot to do with a remembering who you are, your self-worth, and what your value is on a team or just as yourself. This person, they may have thought that they were going to hide something from you, and it didn't work. It really didn't. Other people are also upset with this other person. Like I said, there's an energy of gossip and slander here. Your true friends will be your true friends, period, right? And those who don't have your best interest at heart, they expose themselves quickly, especially if you are someone who's intuitive. Poop. Okay. Let me get this vice versa tarot. And I got the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of this deck. Definitely. And I got the Five of Swords under that. This is a lot of repeat cards. Whoever this reading is for, you'll know it for sure. What do we need to do here? And I got the Magician here and I got the Magician here. You're kidding me. This person tried to manipulate whatever system you guys were working with. Again, that's that Knight of Swords that we had just a second ago. You have so many repeats in here. This person thought they were going to get away with it, and they didn't. Oh my goodness. Now, here's the thing about you, whoever I'm reading for. You have this energy of fame. And I don't mean like famous or like whatever people think of as fame now, but whoever you are, you're very good at whatever it is that you do. And there could be some jealousy from other people about that. But really and truly, it's less about the jealousy and it's much more about understanding that even if this happens, your reputation is going to be safe, and it's going to be safer by you extracting yourself from whatever this nightmare horror show has been. I just saw 1212 on the counter up there. And I feel like you have had to stand up for yourself in a way that you weren't necessarily prepared to do. I have the Seven of Wands out here twice. Nice. And I feel like you really gave this person some time to kind of sort this out for themselves. You were hoping that they were going to be a bigger, better person. They weren't. You waited, and like I said, this has affected a lot more than just you. I'm seeing a team of at least 3 people working together and being affected by whatever has happened here. But the truth is that now this energy has been exposed. You have all had to make a choice as to what you want to do. This Judgment energy right here says, now that the shit has, hit the fan, we got to make a decision if we're going to stay or if we're going to go. This is, I just heard the words naked and afraid. Some of you, there may be an energy of exposure for this person. Oh no. I'm awfully sorry that this has happened. If this is your story, you do have a new offer coming towards you. I've got the Knight of Cups here, and I've got the Knight of Cups here. And the Hierophant under that, you're about to be given a brand new contract that's going to offer you a lot more independence. And you've got this Page of Pentacles here out twice. This was your first card, was this Page of Pentacles down here. I'm not going to dig it out because it's under 2 layers of cards here. But it feels like there is a new opportunity coming towards you very quickly. If you haven't already gotten it, there is a new contract coming towards you that's going to offer you more independence and more control is not the right word, but more input into what you're doing on a daily basis. It's going to give you more independence. Whoever this other person was, they were fairly heavy-handed with your whatever you were creating. I don't know what kind of work you were doing here together, but there was someone who needed a lot of control. And the reason they needed a lot of control is because they weren't doing good things behind the scenes. So it was very important for them to kind of be like the puppet master, and making sure that they were always involved. And so this person, you may have been first kind of triggered by their need to always insert themselves into whatever it is you were doing. And it kind of like troubled you, and it started to trouble you more and more and more. And then you started asking yourself these questions like, why does this person feel the need to always be so up in my junk all the time whenever I'm at work? And now we know it's because they were doing something they shouldn't have been doing behind the scenes. And because of that, I feel like you're going to be moving on to a much healthier place where you don't have this stress, where you don't have somebody just always leaning over your shoulder and like reading your emails, you know? Oh, no. Oh, toxic. Wherever you're headed to next, you're going to be afforded a lot more creativity. There's going to be a lot of positive growth here, and you're really going to love the new team that you're working on. It's going to bring a lot of balance into your life. Some of you may be offered a pretty healthy position here. And when I say healthy position, like a higher up position, something like that. People are going to trust you. Like I said, whoever you are, you're very good at what you do. You have a good reputation. And it feels like your reputation precedes you. And I think it's going to lead to a much happier place for you. And God bless you. I get the feeling that this has been extremely stressful. Being in this environment was extremely stressful, and it feels like you tolerated it, and you tolerated it possibly because you'd been promised like empty promises, you know? And so you stayed and you stayed and you stayed until you just couldn't do it anymore. And finally, you've pulled the plug and you've decided to move on. And I feel like immediately you received the contract that you need here. But you did have to stand up for yourself, or you do have to stand up for yourself. You're going to be happy with this transition. I know transitions are the hardest times in our lives. I always say transitions are the chunkiest times in our lives. They're difficult to get through because you're not entirely sure how you're going to get from point A to Z, what is going to be in the middle of that. But it feels like once you do, things start to smooth out very rapidly. Whoever this other person is, I feel like you're not talking to this person. I feel like you're like very heavily guarded. I saw 1711 on the counter, if that's of significance to someone. But we have here someone who's putting up some pretty healthy boundaries around themselves. And with the star card out there, again, so many repeat cards in this reading. It feels like this offer that you're being given may be one of significance with this Emperor energy. Like I said, maybe a higher up position, which is great, which is good. But I feel like if you're just in the middle of making this decision and you're just starting this transition, there are a lot of you who are trying to keep your move kind of like on the down low, like just trying to keep everyone out of your business. Some of you are kind of embedded into this legally. You may, like I said, you have contracts here. And now that you've decided to move on, you're just kind of trying to keep it hush hush. You know, but this move is going to be fantastic. Some of you may have to wait 6 or 7 weeks to make this change, and you're trying to play nice while you are, and it's going to be difficult. Some of you may have a little bit of impending drama coming up because of this. I just caution you to definitely keep your guard up. Don't tell everybody what's going on. Don't tell everybody what you're doing. Definitely don't tell everybody about this new contract you've been given, because somebody here, because their power has been stripped, they may try to kind of throw you under the bus here. All right. That was your reading for today. Hang in there. I love you all so much. I will see you soon. Thank you all so much for your likes and your subscribes. I appreciate all of you new subscribers, and I definitely appreciate all of you returning subscribers. So hang in there. I'll see you soon. Mwah.